hear somebody talk about their 6 list, and that basically means like the 6 things that they do every day. They're like non-negotiable things that they do. So I don't necessarily have a 6 list. I try to make one, like combine some of the stuff I do into like one word to make one. So I'm going to give you my version of my 6 list. So basically, every day I'm posting, like posting on my page and posting on my story. That's one. I'm growing my network, which means I'm following new people on Facebook and following new people on Instagram. And I'm interacting with those people, which means I'm commenting on their pictures, not just liking them, because commenting on them actually helps with the algorithms of Facebook and Instagram. So people will see your stuff more often if you comment like 4 or 5 words on their post versus if you just like it. And then my third thing I'm doing is self-development. So that just means like growing my mind, whether that means watching trainings and learning more stuff about the business, or sometimes I'll watch like sermons or podcasts or motivational speeches, just something to help like motivate me and to help me like learn something new. Which like when you're new, honestly, when I was new, I was like, I don't need to do self-development. Like that's not part of how you work a business. But I promise it's like so much better when you actually do self-development and like listen to things that help motivate you, because every once in a while in this business, like it can be a little discouraging because there's going to be people that tell you that no, they don't want to do it, or no, they don't want to try this product. And then you're going to get discouraged. But if you go listen to self-development, you're going to get all motivated all over again, and it's awesome. So right now we have posting 1, growing our network 2, self-development 3. 4 is messaging people. So that can mean messaging people the message that comes in your checklist when you first get started, the message that says, hey, I just joined this business and I'm looking for people to try products for me. You can use that message even after you do your 30 list, like with newer people that you're following if you want. Or we do a giveaway every month, which if you haven't learned about it yet, we will get there like in our training. If you're still on your checklist, still work on your checklist, and I promise we'll get to learn about the giveaway. But what I mostly message for is the giveaway that we do every month. So I'll message like 50 people on Instagram and like 50 people on Facebook like every day about the giveaway. The 5th thing that I do is I like blanked out and was like, what else do I do every day? Okay, the 5th thing that I do is like check in on my team. So like you guys, I'm like checking in with you every day. If you don't have a team yet, then you can use that time to try to grow your team. So maybe like message some people you know that might be interested in doing the business, or some people that you've seen on your Facebook or Instagram that you think would be really good at doing the business. And then the 6th thing that I do is follow up with people, which is actually probably one of the most important things, and I should not have forgotten that. So basically, that's just you checking in with people that were interested at some point before. So that could be people that gave you a certain day, like, oh, I'll order this on Friday, and then that Friday you're following up with them. Or that could be people that just stopped answering that were like, yes, I'm interested, and then they just like fell off the face of the earth. And you're like, hey, I'm still here. You can still buy stuff from me if you want to. So following up is something that I do every day, but especially on Fridays, I like go through my calendar and follow up with like a whole bunch of people, because a whole bunch of people get paid on Fridays. So that's like, sorry, my mother. So that's like super, super helpful, is because people are getting paid on Friday. So like, oh yeah, I have money. Let me buy it right now. Okay, so we have our 6 list. That's basically what I do every day is those 6 things, I just break it down into, like, smaller categories. So I'll, like, for example, growing my network, if I break that one down, I'll be like, let me follow 15 people on Facebook today, and I'll follow 100 people on Instagram today. And then I'll take 5 minutes and comment on people's stuff on Instagram, and I'll take 5 minutes and I'll comment on people's stuff on Facebook. So something that's super, super helpful with me with organization, because I'm like a big checklist type of person, is I have this app called Google Keeps. It allows you to have a checklist that you can check off every day, and then it keeps the checklist for you. So like every day I'll go through and check off everything that I'm doing. And then the next day I can hit a little button that unchecks everything and I just start over. So for example, mine has like message 50 people. It has follow 100 people on Instagram, follow 15 people on Facebook, make my post for the day, post about the business on my story, check on my team, self-development. I do 10 minutes of Facebook interaction and 10 minutes of Instagram interaction, and then it has follow-ups. And then the last thing on my list is unfollowing people on Instagram, just because like when you follow a bunch of people, there's some people that won't follow you back. So I try to keep it so that I'm following less people than follow me, so that it's not like, I feel like when I follow someone and I have like 3,000 followers, but I'm following like 8,000 people, they're like, oh, they're just following everyone. And so they don't want to follow me back. But if I keep it the other way around and I have like 8,000 followers and I'm only following like 5,000 people, they're like, oh, they must have something interesting. So I try to keep it that way. So I'll go through and unfollow people that didn't follow me back, which takes like a little bit of time to like find somewhere on your like Instagram friend list of a group of people that didn't follow you back. But like once I find where I left off, it's not very hard to do. I'll just like go into, if you go to Instagram and you go to following, there's a button at the top, like little arrows that you can change it to the latest people that you followed. So like the people that I followed today will be at the top of that list. So if I scroll down just like a little bit to people that I probably followed like earlier this week, I'll just click on their name and then I'll click on who they're following. And if my name isn't at the top, that means that they're not following me back. So I'll just unfollow them. So once I find someone, I usually like a bunch of people in a row will be not following me back, because on average, like every day I follow 100 people, but probably like 20-ish people follow me back every day. On a good day, maybe like 30, 35. So there's like 70 people that I followed that didn't follow me back that I gotta go find and unfollow. So I don't find everyone and unfollow them, but I just find groups of people that didn't follow me back and I'll unfollow them. Okay, so that was breaking down like growing your network. If we break down posting, I post on my page. I post on my Facebook page every day in the morning. I'll just do something like really simple. Either I'll post about the giveaway and ask who wants to enter it, or I'll just post something that people have to comment on so that they're interacting with me. So like today I posted, what was your first job? And it has like 70 something comments on there. So now those people are going to see my posts more because they commented on something. So they didn't even have to comment on a product post, but now they might see a product post later because I posted something that they commented on. And then at the end of the day, I'll post a life post on my Instagram and my Facebook. A life post is basically just what we call like posting about the business. So we just like relate it to our lives somehow, whether you want to post about a product that you're using that you like, or a product that your friends are using that they like, or about how the business has changed your life, or like what you're planning on doing with the business. Something, if you need ideas, I have something saved in my notes called like 31 posts for 31 days, and I can send it to you. Just let me know. There's also ideas on the team page, so the Diamond Tribe page. If you search life post on the Diamond Tribe page, it'll bring up like a couple different things that people have posted with a bunch of ideas. Another idea is to think of 5 things that you would do with $500 and like every day post about one of those things. Like talk about you would buy, I don't know, groceries with one of them and talk about how you can pay for your groceries with it works once you start making $500 a month. It really does not have to be complicated. Also, something I still do now, I did a lot more when I was new, but like you can go to other leaders' pages, so like my page or Kristen Kirkendale, she's like our ambassador, presidential diamond, or Courtney Labby, she's like our ambassador diamond. If you go to their Instagram pages and just like look for a post that you like and just like change up the wording a little bit, they don't mind at all. I do that all the time. Or other top leaders, if you want ideas, I can put some, let me type some of their names in the chat so that you can search for them on Instagram. If you go to my Instagram page and go to who I'm following and type in these names, if you can't see the chat, there should be a chat button at the bottom of your computer screen, or I think at the top if you're on your phone. And then it should show you like what I'm typing in the chat. Not 100% sure that I spelled Morgan's last name right, but it's something like that. So if you type in Morgan M, she should come up. But those are the girls that I follow that have like really pretty cool Instagram pages. So I'll like go through and just like look for a post they did a while ago and just kind of base one of my posts off of them. Like not type it verbatim word for word, but type the idea. And then posting on my story. I post on my story when I can every 2 to 3 hours, which when I'm off work is easy. But when I'm at work, doesn't really happen. Sometimes it'll go like 7 or 8 hours. So I totally understand if you don't get to post every 2 hours. That's just what's encouraged because then your little circle with your story will keep popping back up at the beginning of people's pages for them to see. So you'll get more people seeing it. So on your story, you kind of want to use it to show not just the business, but like your own life, because people are going to buy into like you and what you're selling, not just like the products. They're going to watch you and your lifestyle, and that's going to help them like trust you enough to buy products from you. So I'll mix it up. Sometimes I'll post quotes or Bible verses. Sometimes I'll post like a picture of my dog. Sometimes I post like what I'm doing at the moment, making food, hanging out with my siblings, watching a certain TV show. And then I'll also throughout the day at least post once about a product and once about the business opportunity itself, which I have like screenshots of stuff that I'll try to put in the team chat like on a daily or semi-daily basis. If you ever want stuff to put on your story and you don't have anything, you can also always text me and I'll just send you stuff. Sometimes I forget to put stuff in the team chat. I need to get better about that. And once you're more comfortable and you've been in it a little longer, you can use apps like the Over app or the Unfold app to like make your own stories. So I like make my own stories about a third of the time, and then I'll like screenshot other people's stories like another third of the time. And like if you hold down on Instagram, if you're on someone's story and you hold your finger down on the page, you guys might already know this, but just in case, the person's name will go away. So it'll literally just show the picture. And then you can screenshot it without their name being in the corner. And then you can just put it on your story. You can throw another filter on it if you want, or like make it smaller and type on the bottom too. There's a bunch of Instagram trainings also. If you want to go to YouTube and like look at Instagram story trainings, I'm sure you can find some cool stuff. Yes, Caitlin. Hold on. Let me see if I can unmute you.
Sorry.
You guys.
What were the app names?
So one's called Over, like OVER. It's a yellow app with like a white circle.
Okay.
And the other one that I use is called Unfold. So like UNFOLD. It's like white with like a cool little design in the middle.
Okay. Thank you.
My pleasure. Okay. Okay, so that was breaking down posting and breaking down growing your network. Messaging really is just either messaging your people on your checklist if you're doing that, or about the giveaway, which I have other videos about the giveaway if you want to watch those. I'm not going to go into too much detail about messaging because I'll probably do a different training on that at a different time because different people are doing different stuff. Some of you are still on your checklist and some of you are doing giveaway. Self-development, I kind of already broke down like what I listen to. I try to put stuff in the team chat that I listen to every day or every other day. Checking on your team, you guys don't necessarily need to worry about as much, except maybe Leslie, and she knows how to do that. And then following up with people is just like make sure you have some sort of notebook that you can start writing down people's names that you talk to. And so then you can follow up with them, whether you want to do that on a daily basis, a bi-daily basis, or once a week on Fridays, always follow up with everybody. I have a notebook that I write everybody's name down, and I have a little calendar. So if somebody tells me an exact date, I'll write their name in the calendar, but they'll also still be in my notebook. And then I try to go through and follow up with like a whole page of people on my notebook every day. And of course, the people that said that they would order that day. Okay, so that was kind of like my 6 list and then the breakdown of like what all the things mean in the 6 list. Does anybody have questions before I end it? You can type them in the Zoom or you can wave at me like Caitlin did. If not, it's fine. I just want to make sure nobody has questions before I end the Zoom. Let me stop the recording.